Yo, what is up guys, welcome back to the channel. In this video we're gonna go ahead and figure out why I'm getting this engine light code on the M45. Now I have a little scanner, it's called Fixed. It's really cool. I've had it for a while, and every time I get a check engine light, I just plug it in, has Bluetooth, it reads it for me, and it's indicating that I have a P0037, which is the bank 1 downstream oxygen sensor. Now I do know that on Friday I ran over something. I don't know exactly what it was. It was like a ball of plastic, and it could be very possible that that ball of plastic messed up my wiring or my oxygen sensor down there, and I don't know if that's what happened, but that's what I'm assuming happened. Or it could just be a coincidence that it just happened, randomly right now that my oxygen sensor went out. So we're gonna go ahead and check that out. I am gonna go ahead and try to vlog a little bit more. I know it's something that I don't do very often in this channel. Usually if I'm just posting videos to talk about whatever's going on and then fix it or install something, but I want to go ahead and make it a goal this year to vlog a little bit more, especially once we fix the Z, we get that painted and everything on the fenders. I do want to start taking out the cars a lot more to some car shows, stuff like that after work, since I'll be in the area a little bit more. I think it'll be a good time, but we'll see. But let's go ahead and go under the engine and then we'll go from there.
Alright guys, so here we are under the M45, and right there you guys can see that the sensor came off right there. It was actually stuck to the side right there. It looks like it completely melted it. So we're gonna have to get a brand new sensor for that side right there. This one is still attached, no issues there. But then I'm also now seeing a leak right here. Yeah, we have a pretty massive leak right now. I wonder where this is coming from. Alright, so for sure we need to replace this. This is messed up. But now we have another issue somewhere right here. Gotta figure out where exactly this leak is coming from. I'm assuming it's starting from over here, and it could just be like the gasket to the pan, because I don't really see any like damage. There's this little dent right here, but I don't think anything's really coming out of it. If the transmission pan is fine, then most likely I just need to replace the gasket, and or we need to replace this whole pan itself. So let's go ahead and try to clean this up.
Alright guys, so as you guys can see, the sensor came off and it pretty much chewed up the entire end portion of the connection. So I went ahead and ordered a new one from Amazon. It should be here tomorrow, so you can go ahead and install it. And I also ordered a gasket for the transmission pan that we can go ahead and replace that. I've never replaced that before on the car, so I'm assuming that it's just old and needs to be replaced. But if there's damage to the pan itself, we'll most likely have to buy another one, which from what I'm seeing is about $70. So I mean, the gasket was like 20, it's not bad. It comes also with the filter that goes on the inside of the transmission, so we can replace that at the same time. But I'll most likely do that in another video, and I have to be in the weekend so I can drain out the transmission fluid, because the fluid in there is pretty much like brand new. I just put it in when I went ahead and put in the motor. So yeah, let's go ahead and wait until then, and then we'll pick it up once we get the connection. Alright guys, so we just got the sensor from Amazon, and it's this one right here. The green one that goes on the driver's side. Gonna go ahead and replace it. And my only concern was, is this gonna work the same as OEM? And if this does not work or I have issues with it, I could easily just cut this and rewire it to my other one, because the only thing that broke is this right here. The sensor should still be good. But let's go ahead and install this one, see if it fixes our check engine light, which I mean it should, because we don't have a sensor right now. So let's go ahead and plug this back in. Alright guys, today's the next day, just left for work. We're gonna go ahead and drive the car for a while to see if the check engine light turns off. So I'll most likely be driving for like an hour this morning until I can get to my destination. So let's go ahead and pick it back up later if the check engine light turns off. Alright guys, so I went ahead and just reset the check engine light, because I drove it for like, I would say well over like maybe 100 to 150 miles, and it wasn't going away. Reset it, drove it for another like 30 minutes, didn't come up at all. Before it come up, as soon as I would start driving, the light would just flicker right on. So it looks like I did fix it. A few things that you guys might want to check is just like damage to the sensor itself. And there are times where it's just gonna go bad and doesn't work anymore, or it may be intermittent, which means sometimes it'll work, sometimes it won't work, so it'll turn on. But sometimes it's just better just to replace the sensor. And then what I was talking about earlier is bank 1, I thought it was the right side, which is a passenger, but for my car, the bank 1 is going to be on the driver's side, and then sensor 1 is the top sensor, which is the heat sensor, and then you have the bottom sensor, which is the oxygen, which is going to be sensor 2. So that's how you know the difference between each one. And then bank 2 is going to be the other side, and then you have the top sensor, which is sensor 1, bottom sensor is the oxygen sensor. So it's pretty easy to understand it. So if you guys just look at that, you should be able to see which sensor it is if you're having an issue. In my case, it was the green one, which is on the driver, and the blue one is the one on the right side. And I wonder why they have 2 different colors on it. Maybe it is just to distinguish which one goes on what side, but I didn't really look into that too much to see why there's 2 different colors on it, because I know for like the 370Z, they're both black. But yeah, that's gonna conclude the video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to like, subscribe, hit that bell notification, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.